Today we're going to talk about detox, and we need to get the mitochondria kicked into gear. And we do that by understanding how it all works. Is your body actually strong enough to benefit from a really serious detox protocol? You're probably hearing a lot about parasites, oh my gosh, mold. But I'm hearing a lot about getting on a protocol to specifically detox things like parasites and mold and mycotoxins. And there's nothing wrong with that, but are you ready to detox? I have to just comment and hopefully educate you on maybe a better way. Before we go on a detox protocol, we want to make sure that we're maximizing our body's ability to mobilize toxins so we can actually be free from them. Is your body actually strong enough to benefit from a really serious detox protocol? Too many of us are trying to detox from poor diets, poor lifestyles. We're detoxing from parasites, which, okay, that makes sense. Mold and mycotoxins, and the list goes on. Many of us are trying to brush up and get healthier, and hopefully we're seeing fat loss as a result from cleaning up the terrain, right? I'm a little concerned about some of it. I'm seeing some things that I have to just comment and hopefully educate you on maybe a better way. My name's Connie Rutledge. I'm a functional nutritionist. I'm menopausal. I work with a lot of menopausal women and men, and we conquer fat loss. Fat loss is tough in a menopausal body and in an aging body. So appreciating the ins and outs and using the tools that I can provide, I think it's a smart way forward, especially if you're struggling. Okay, detox isn't about pulling out toxins and moving on. It's about restoring the charge in the energetic body. Our bodies are energy. A lot of us are compromised. Before we go on a detox protocol, we want to make sure that we're maximizing our body's ability to mobilize toxins so we can actually be free from them. I mean, we're paying all this money and we're having mediocre results, and I just want better for you. Let's understand the biochemical charge focusing on mitochondrial function. We're 37 trillion cells. Mitochondria is at the root of all of our issues. If we have healthy mitochondria, we have a healthy body, and we can shine, and we won't have the metabolic issues and the extra fat and the low energy and the fibromyalgia and the SIBO and on and on and on. We need to get the mitochondria kicked into gear, and we do that by understanding how it all works. It's not about killing bugs, you guys. It's about restoring bioelectrical coherence. It's about restoring the body's redox flow. And that's like key right there. Our body's ability to oxidize and do all the things to get rid of toxins is critical to the success of the protocol that you're on. We're designed to detox ourselves. Our body's like a battery. If the battery is well charged, we will have that ability to do all the things for critical detox. And first of all, we won't be in that situation that we need a detox. We won't have parasites. We'll be able to override and process mycotoxins and mold and all of the things that you've been running from. We just need to learn how to recharge our battery. Circadian rhythm and mitochondrial coherence is necessary. So what is coherence? I looked it up. Coherence is the quality of forming a unified whole. We want to be whole. Our body's designed to tick all the boxes. I mean, we're this perfect design, and we're missing the beat when we think we can take a supplement, and maybe we need to just live right and get back to nature. So detox is not about chasing symptoms. It's not about throwing binders and supplements and protocols at a broken system. If we rebuild the internal terrain, our body will have everything it needs to do what it's designed to do. Keep us safe, keep us whole, keep us healthy. When you understand the physics and the phases of how the body works, you're able to capitalize on so much more than taking supplements and medications to do the job that nature can do all by itself. Let's rebuild what got degraded, what became broken due to so many factors. We can heal. We can pay attention to a list of things that will just regenerate our mitochondrial function and circadian rhythm. First of all, let's talk about circadian day and night cycles. If you've been watching over the past few weeks, I've been harping on circadian rhythm, and there's a good reason for that. Resetting day and night cycles is critical. So you need to be going to bed at night and waking up in the morning, and then you need to get outside and away from the non-native EMFs, the LED lights overhead, the smart house that we live in. We need to appreciate that all of those things are draining our battery. And I'm learning right alongside of you, really appreciating the nuances that I wasn't really paying attention to because I didn't know about it. So if you could get outside for 5 minutes first thing in the morning, and a lot of us get up early. If you're not sleeping through the night, well, that's a whole nother conversation, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. You need to sleep to reset. Your body needs to be regenerative, and sleep is a huge factor. If you're not sleeping, try an Epsom salt bath. Try maybe some supplemental melatonin. I'm not big on that right now, but it might be worth a try, because if you're getting out of sync, then your body's not producing melatonin, and melatonin is a wonderful antioxidant. It also helps you sleep, obviously. So there's that. Epsom salt bath before bed, away from screens. If you can't get away from screens, and then maybe you wear the blue blocker glasses at night. It's summertime, so the sun is setting later. Go outside for sunset. Give that a try and see what happens. The next thing on the list is, again, it's tied to going outside. Go outside barefoot and touch the grass, touch the dirt, touch raw cement, ground. The earth has a beautiful coherence and charge to kind of mitigate the inside world. I have clients who live on the second floor. I have clients living on the second floor that have actually declined in cognitive function. Maybe the memory is fading. Sure, everybody's aging, but when you make a significant change in your living environment and you're not paying attention to the fact that you're not getting any grounding, you used to live on the bottom floor and now you don't. You watch TV or you spend time on your computer. All of that exposure drains your battery. It messes with cognitive function. It messes with mitochondrial function. So don't discount that. And you don't have to do a lot of quote unquote grounding in order to feel the benefits. So Instead of taking a pill to detox, to kill the mycotoxins or to kill the parasites, focus on the things that you can do for free to expand your mitochondrial health, to expand a more natural circadian rhythm. Am I getting your attention? Now, I haven't even mentioned diet. It's a part of this, but it's not a critical piece. Because if you're falling into line and having a well-balanced circadian rhythm, your mitochondria is tended to, okay, your diet's important, but it's not everything like we thought. Nutrients are key, right? If you have issues with a lot of inflammation, dehydration, you're exposed to the blue light on the screen way too much, you suffer with chronic infections, chronic stress, then you might want to consider taking a supplement, a supplemental phospholipid therapy. So the fats, we know healthy fats are important. We know that the mitochondria, the outer membrane of that mitochondria, is a lipid layer. There's actually two layers. And the integrity of that lipid layer is critical to how the body functions. So I'm just going to sing it. BodyBio is probably the superior company in how they process, because they get it. The founder wrote books on mitochondrial health and circadian rhythm, and he definitely has provided a beautiful company, BodyBio. I really appreciate the balance oil that is going to provide the cells with a balance of omegas, the way that nature intended, a clean source that you can trust, unlike fish oil. And I know I've talked about fish oil before. I no longer recommend fish oil because it's not in balance with what studies are showing. So studies are showing when we do a deep lipid panel that we are, most of us, deficient in omega-6s. Omega-6s were what we thought created inflammation in the body. But we need omega-6. We need more omega-6 than we need omega-3. And we thought we could just supplement omega-3 to create more of a balance. But what we're finding over time, as we all practiced that, avoiding the processed foods that are heavy in omega-6s, we now are finding that we're deficient in the linoleic acid in omega-6. Okay, so we really want to now supplement and utilize the nutrients in balance oil, about a teaspoon a day to get started with. You might add more as time goes on. I don't consider that a supplement. I consider it a nutrient. Okay. I also love something called evening primrose oil. I'm not going to go deep into that one right now, but the next thing that I want to really stress is the phospholipid BodyBio PC oil. Okay, it's a phosphatidylcholine supplement. Now that is going to give your body so many benefits in beefing up the lipid layer of the mitochondria. It's also going to allow some detox capabilities. Okay, so you don't need to, dive deep into a parasite cleanse for the most part. Okay, you want to really brush up on mitochondrial strength and balancing that. So consider both the balance oil and the PC oil to get started with. I mean, go to my Fullscript account. You can order both of those supplements 15% off. And I would say give it 2 months. See what happens. Another wonderful piece to, healing our mitochondrial coherence is breathing. Are you a shallow breather? Are you a mouth breather? Are you stressed and don't breathe deeply long enough? The internet has a lot to offer as far as coherent breathing. There's heart math, diaphragmatic breathing, stress reduction with a breathing meditation. It's a free and easy and quick way for you to really just lean into something that maybe will give you a reduction in stress, allow you to just kind of start pulling in more quality electrons as you heal your body all by yourself. Hydration. Okay, we talk about drinking water. We're all drinking electrolytes. Hopefully you're filtering your water and adding back in critical minerals. Yep, I like the Beam minerals. I also have learned more about the BodyBio. Yep, this is a BodyBio commercial. Okay, and you can get the BodyBio products on Fullscript at 15% discount. But they have 2 mineral supplements called Elite. I've had clients singing praises of, my goodness, I can't believe the energy felt with the Elite supplement. I have had minerals on board for a long time, so I'm not really noticing huge benefits. That said, I'm not discounting that either, because microminerals, key minerals for electrolytes, the sodium, potassium, magnesium, in a pure, clean form are critical, especially as we clean up our diets, eating lower carbohydrates, maybe getting into ketogenic states more often. That's part of that as well. All right, let's talk about diet. Fatty acids are critical. Eat more wild-caught seafood. Nature didn't get it wrong. Omega fats in seafood are where it's at. Caviar, salmon roe, right? Sardines, oysters, wild-caught salmon. My brother-in-law just went to Alaska, brought back salmon and halibut. He fished. I'm excited. We've got lots in the freezer. I will even open a can of wild salmon, a small can at Trader Joe's, and make a salmon salad for lunch. Yeah, I ordered caviar online, found a great deal of wild-caught quality caviar and salmon roe, and I'm adding that to my scrambled eggs. It's kind of crazy. I've never, ever considered that before. Sure, I've eaten caviar, but it's few and far between. And how cool that we can just kind of eat something delicious and decadent and maximize our brain health, our mitochondrial health. You can't go wrong there. Then the other animal proteins, okay? Ruminant proteins, grass-fed beef, lamb, quality animals, obviously, because what the animal eats is going to create what you're eating as well. And do the best that you can in that department. Quality eggs. I have been adding an egg yolk in the morning. And remember, I've talked long and hard about fasting through morning. I'm changing my tune, and you maybe have heard that. In my second cup of short coffee, I don't drink a lot. I drink several cups, but they're short cups. I have been pouring in, I've been adding in an egg yolk, so an organically clean egg yolk, about 3/4 of a scoop of the noble protein, usually it's chocolate, and maybe a splash of heavy cream into my coffee. And that is probably about 22 grams of protein, some quality fats with that egg yolk and the heavy cream. Oh my God, it's decadent, delicious. And then I'll eat a bigger lunch. I don't like a lot of food in the morning, and I've been trained at fasting in the morning, just for, cellular cleanup. But studies show that it may be stressing the body a little too much, and so I'm switching it up. I don't eat breakfast every single day, but I do think that several days a week, an early, like an hour after rising, protein-rich breakfast is going to really be second to none to de-stressing the body and giving it nutrients that it can use all day long. So we also know that if food is information, then we want to eat seasonally. Oh, I guess it's kind of mind-boggling to appreciate that, okay, food is information. Food is created from the dirt and a cellular structure and the sun. If we're eating food that is in a different longitude, you know, we're not in the Caribbean and we're eating bananas, it's confusing our body. The cells are getting information from the cells that we eat. Pretty interesting, huh? So we have been living in an arena that we can buy, you know, oranges from Chile all year round. Our body isn't really equipped to be ingesting that information. Think about it. Interesting, huh? So there's a reason why eating locally and seasonally is really important for your cellular upgrade. Water. Yeah, what are you drinking? Filtered water is critical, and avoiding toxins. Filtered structured water. I'm learning more about structured water. Maybe you already know this, but the water that comes from the tap has a scrambled signature, and we can use a crystal to structure it. So the Analemma crystal wand is something that I'm incorporating. Again, I knew that before, but I really maybe didn't understand it in that way. Maybe it feels woo-woo, but check it out. We want to refill our battery. We want to have the energetic coherence to rebuild and to stay as vital as possible. Fat loss, if you're struggling, there are so many things that maybe you don't know to do. It's not about calories in, calories out. Obviously, you know that. And if you've slowed your metabolism, and if you've struggled with fat loss and are hanging on to 20, 30 pounds, then we can look at leptin. But first of all, we start here. We start with the basics. You don't need a detox. I say that tongue-in-cheek. It's so easy to want to just look somewhere else to have a protocol thrown at you because, you know, because you have Lyme, because you have mold. We aren't going to heal until we really tend to the terrain. Our mitochondrial strength and our circadian rhythm is at the helm. I'd love to continue the conversation in a Jumpstart session with you. If this sounds like something that you've never heard of, or that maybe you're getting a whisper of it and it's making sense to you and you'd like to learn more, please reach out. ConnieRutledge.com. I've got all the information there. We use all kinds of tools, and you know, this is just scratching the surface with things that you can do for free, almost free, right? It's exciting to be able to offer this circadian and cellular cure. I'm offering it to you so that you have the information to be able to be the best you possible. If this resonates, please comment in the comment section and like the video. It helps the channel grow, and I appreciate you. Come for the fat loss, stay for the longevity, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much.